Hello and good morning. This is video 853 and it is the um, June 26, 2022. And kind of feel like we need to have a little chat about recent events. Real quick, um, the Supreme Court on Friday, 2 days ago, overturned right versus wrong. They overturned Roe versus Wade. And at face value, you're like, well, what does that really have to do with being transgender? At least that's kind of the argument that I've heard from more than one person. And just that there's quite a number of, excuse me, I have a lot of congestion today, so I'm probably going to dip like I just did. There's a lot of privacy rules that are tied into Roe versus Wade. It was kind of like the shelf that other things kind of stepped on and expanded privacy. Gay marriage, contraception, birth control, blah, 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 blah. So a lot of the things that are kind of like horizontally related, maybe, um, why not necessarily, women getting abortions, it's going to have repercussions and ripples in other things, and transgender rights is going to be one of them, unfortunately. Ooh, sorry, I can't help it. My voice is congested, my nose. So it's going to reverberate, resonate. So anyway, I think as the dust settles and our emotions, we have the ability to express our anger and our frustration and all of that. Excuse me. Once the dust settles, I think it's pretty important, if you care about your future, to go volunteer. To go volunteer for the political candidate that matches you and what you believe in. It's almost July. In like 5 or so months, there's going to be an election. And it's not going to be a presidential one. It's going to be a legislative one, midterms. And it's going to be very important, I think, for the next 12 or so, although probably we should have been doing it all along. If you haven't been following the midterms, now's the perfect time to start. And it requires doing more than just voting. Voting is important. If you can't do anything else, vote. But if you can volunteer, you can work phones, you can stuff envelopes, you can put yard signs out. Okay, you don't necessarily have to give money. You don't necessarily have to give money. I mean, money's great. But, just, even if it is just, reaching out to your friends, your family, wherever you live, and just say, hey, I don't know what your opinion, what's your thought on candidate A versus candidate B. Well, I just wanted to share with you that I'm going to vote for candidate A, and I hope you would consider, possibly because candidate A believes XYZ, and candidate B is opposed to that, and it's going to affect my life in the years to come. If candidate B gets in and they don't pass the Equality Act, they will support any sort of anti whatever against your views. Okay, I think before we were very I'll take we out of it. I was very lazy and complacent, and to fix that, I'm going to be very active going forward. So I think I'm going to end the video here. I'm going to make another video if you stick around, but I want to end this here because I want to like put this off to its own little thing here. So that's going to be it. This has definitely been a blow to women's rights. And I need to also say I realize that transgender men and transgender boys and a whole slew of people who have a uterus are also affected by this. And so it's more than a binary thing, but in a binary context, this is another way that women have less rights than men in this country. And it is preposterous to me that a woman in Texas has less rights than a woman in Minnesota. We should all have the same elevated equal with a man, okay? And that's just not the case, you know? And anyway, so we're going to leave that here. I wish you the best of luck. If you want to watch another video, stick around. We'll do a little bit of, I think, week 12 vocal lab. Hard to believe we've been doing this for 3 months. And I'll share with you a little bit of my experience going on a date of sorts. So stick around. Good luck. Bye-bye.